Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well and everybody is following a bit certain progress because I think now we're about 2 months talking and doing a lot of things. So I hope most of you who have started with the breathing or any other techniques which we have, well, we have spoken only of breathing so far and the breath to each of the chakras, which I think we will, on some other episode, I will explain to you how to unblock each of these chakra in a different way. Because in this episode, I would like to speak mostly about the discomfort of the enlightenment stages of someone and how the person can really control or even re- rebalance his own feelings or emotions when he's going through that rough time of enlightenment. Because you see, the awakening process is not very, very pleasant. Like most of people who are experience these type of things must know that it is not very, very pleasant to have um, awakenings within ourselves. Reason is most people who get these awakenings come to a certain point of time where they don't know what's going on. Actually, I'm replying to this, I'm making this video mostly because one lady asked for this question, I think this morning or whenever. So this is normally the reply to the question that she asked. So she's telling that most people around her doesn't understand her. They don't know why she's like that, or she's no more herself. And there's another friend also who asked the same question. That's why I spoke about enlightenment. This is also reflecting to the person who has written this question, so he will understand more because I speak to him also sometimes. The process of getting awakened, when the Kundalini starts working, the Kundalini, I don't know whether I explained it or not, maybe I didn't. We'll speak about Kundalini some other time. Right now, we'll speak of the discomfort and the way people feel about awakenings. I'll give you a very, very, very good example. Let's say someone has lived his life from whatever age to whatever age. It can be 15 years, people get that. Some people get that, whatever age, let's go, whatever age. You are a married man, you have a good job, you have family, you have children, you have whatever, everything is perfect. All of a sudden, within yourself, you start feeling this discomfort, like an itching happening in your body. And that itching becomes so bad that you start feeling within yourself or inside your body, inside your mind, a kind of discomfort starts happening where you no more feel good. Everything around you starts feeling terrible. And this, I'm not speaking, happens overnight. It can happen 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year also, 2 years can be happening. When this process happens, you start feeling your family, your friends, everybody start getting far from you. And they start looking at you in such a different way that you start thinking, what is happening? And at that time, if you assess yourself properly, you will see the mind itself cannot assess what is happening. Your mind, your own mind at you, cannot figure out what is the wrong thing that you have been doing within that period of time. But you are just living through that period, experiencing things as an observer. People might be telling you, oh, you're a naughty person, you are no more like that, you don't socialize, you before you were going out with your friends and now you're neglecting the children. So many things which is all negative will start happening from, first of all, your family, then your friends, then your work front. Everything which was perfect, which is this is what I'm going to call the comfort zone, starts getting broken down. And when it starts breaking down, everyone starts feeling so bad about it. Everyone, it means the close circle of your close ones. The poor people might not feel because they don't know you that much, but first of all, the assessment comes with the close one of yours. So when they start assessing you and telling you that why you have changed, why this is happening, why you are not acting like before, and you, in your capacity as a person, you cannot even control that because it is bigger than yourself. You believe that, okay, today I'm going to try to become this. Again, I'm going to go back to this, because sometimes the mind starts speaking to yourself, telling, okay, let's put it back on track. But you will see after 2-3 days or whenever it will come back again, because this is where the point is. It's not the mind anymore. It's that spiritual energy that is called the higher self, which is trying to explode or come out of this normal frame that we have. So when this starts coming out, the energy within us starts moving in all directions, trying to do his own things. He is trying to connect with a much higher vibration, much higher energy, or much higher consciousness which we have over there. It is just very simple. It is as if you have a phone, but there is no SIM card in it. This is how we are. Our normal life is a phone without a SIM card. Without a SIM card. The day you put the SIM card and you activate your phone, it is activated with a satellite, which today you say, okay, now I've got network on my phone, I can call. This is what happens when the higher energy and our vibration starts coming to the same level. Then this energy which is within us, it starts connecting with this higher energy or this higher consciousness. So both consciousness are trying to come together. When this starts happening, the human body starts going through discomfort. Discomfort, why? Because everything that it is used to do, it is starting to lose. And then everything which is normal in his routine life is no more standing good. Everything is breaking away. He starts losing his money, he starts losing his job. He cannot control because it's bigger than him. This is what I say, that energy within us is much bigger. It's not us. Then when it is starting to connect with that higher consciousness, that our consciousness in our mind or whatever it is, it grows until it becomes that bigger consciousness. These are symptoms, and very high and strong symptoms of an awakening, where you start losing everything around you. And the more it gets higher, the bigger it gets, the more powerful it gets, the stronger you start feeling that everything around you starts collapsing. It collapses until you feel you have become very lonely. But listen, lonely but not sad, no missing anything, no craving for anything, no having bad experience. You go through this phase. You see, I give you an example of this. A diamond, before it becomes a pure diamond which is shiny, it has been rubbed, it has been polished on a plate. So that time of polishing, this is what is called the awakenings within us. You get polish, and when that happens, the whole system, our own comfort starts collapsing. We start losing this, start losing that. The first of them who will make that comment which is negative is your own family. No one else. Just those who understand what I'm telling now in this video will relate, and I'm sure will reply and say, yes, I've been going through this. And how to control and bring this to a certain level of comfort so that the person doesn't go too much in it. This is also I'm going to explain to you. But I don't think this video is going to have time. We're going to do it another one. But anyway, this is the time where the awakening is happening. So anybody who is having such time, rough time, first of all, the family should understand that he's going through this phase where this polishing is happening. And a stone, like a diamond, before it becomes the diamond you want to buy, takes a lot of time because it is rock, and that rock needs to be polished, polished until that polishing is finished. Then you start seeing the real diamond showing up, and we become the diamond when all the rocks around us is finished. This is why living in this illusion world, the more you feel polished, you come to a state where now this illusion will drop and you start living a totally different life, which is called the real life, or the reality, or the truth. And when this truth happens, you start feeling the illusion world in which you were, it's no more interesting for you. It's gone. It's gone in the sense that it is not making any more sense. You start looking at your people, you start looking at life, you have a different understanding of what is this life which was there and the one I have now. Because as soon as you get this enlightenment stage, it is the time where the diamond now is shining, the person feels straight away that all my pain is dead, my sufferance is dead, there is no more suffering, and I become the happiest person. Well, there is no happiness, but I'm totally in silence and I'm calm, and this is what I want. This is called the awakening, where all the comfort zone starts collapsing around us. And to come to this stage where after you go through this, which is very, very painful, remember the time when someone go through an awakening process, it's not very pleasant. Those who tell you, oh, I'm feeling good and all that, it's not true. The time you go through the awakening process itself, it's very, very painful. It's very irritating. It's very, lots of agony. You get a lot of anxiety because all these qualities are trying to break away from you. The more you feel this type of thing, it means that it is leaving this comfort zone. And the more it gets bigger and faster, the more you start feeling anxious. The day when all this is gone, you know now the diamond is finished and the polishing is done. You will feel totally calm, you feel totally liberated, you feel totally blissful, and you feel totally like in a state of calmness. This is called awakening state. But then, after that, you will not understand this life very well. And people also start looking at you differently. Because all the qualities that you had here, not qualities, but all the things that you used to do will have no more interest in you. This is the awakening process where it's very painful. So those people who are going through this moment, let your family, your friends, or whoever understand that process, because it's a very, very, very hard time. I would say lots of people need support. Some people go through it alone, and a lot of people become just very sitting in a very remote place or very quiet. He want to do his thing on his own, become very lonely without feeling loneliness. That's two different things. For now, thank you very much. And don't forget to ask more questions. The next episode, I'm going to speak straight away about how to calm this enlightenment process and make it become a bit calmer, and how people can control it. Because when I was going through all this time, it was very tough. But then I had my guide who guided me how to do it much later. But in the initial stage was very tough for me. Thank you very much. Don't forget to write to us. Ask more questions. We will answer. And those who speak English, don't forget you can write to me also directly. I will interact with you because it's better to interact on a one-to-one basis to understand the person faster and better. Thanks for now. Hope everybody keeps well and keep progressing and keep elevating. Many more episodes to come. Right now we're done with this one. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.